Everybody, we've broken through to the other side. Bonus round is the witch. What did we learn? Enchanted blade or whatever the heck it was called is the greatest witch equipment ever that has existed. We want infliction, daffodil, or cauldron, snapdragon. I think we want infliction, daffodil, a constant mana regenerator, and then a damage source. Don't get me wrong, this is fine, but we don't have any way to... Well, we don't have any way to capitalize on our mana to begin with. It's true. But this needs a 6 to generate mana, although it does generate a bunch of it. I don't know, that's a tough decision, honestly. Of course, we got, like, essentially the absolute perfect hand. in order to make that other set of equipment work, but whatever. This guy, he doesn't bother me. He may never roll an even, as long as we live. So again, mana, yes, nothing we can actually do with it. Needs a 4 or more, are you insane? Odds, please. Oh, you'll love to see it. Have to hit him for 5. That basically means we have to roll 2 dice. We did manage to roll 2 dice. He will be killed. Let's see what this equipment is. Something that capitalizes on mana, please. We should have put that on 3 so that a 4 on Daffodil could get it down, but anyway. Definitely should have put it on 3, just so we could, I don't know, use it at all. Whatever, it's frog, dude. It's no issue whatsoever. We hit him with 1 dice, we throw the other 2, he's yeeted into the stratosphere. No problem, okay. Prepared or upgraded? Not a choice. I think we do want to capitalize on mana, but I actually think we want Ice Shard. We'll put that on a high even, so that we can use odds with it more easily. One of your dice is frozen at the start of every turn. It's actually fine when you consider that we have infliction on 1, and plus we can still use it for 3 damage here. Freeze doesn't work the crappy way. We really want to kill you at the end. I think you're going to do the least damage. So, Freeze takes one of the dice down to 1 by default, if I remember correctly. So immediately we got freaking screwed. I think Vice Grip kind of sucks until it goes on an upgraded slot. So I think you just go for some raw damage here. Actually, one of our... Now that I think about it, one of our dice being frozen is absolutely horrendous for actually getting to use the freeze ourselves. We need to roll 2 6s. Or manipulate a dice into being a 6 at some point. Okay, so I will never, ever forget the great service you've done for me here. I'm still going to try to kill you as soon as possible. How are we going to get around this? Well, we could always replace... Well, we could always just keep building our run, and whatever happens, happens. That's one viable way to get this done. Now, I do kind of wish I had Sunbeam, but this is the way the cookie crumbles. We should have thought a little harder about the way that we chose to build the run before we did it in the way that we did. But I'm still super stoked. I think we built the run last time in a way that was a little bit unconventional, and it ended up working out completely fine. So I got very few complaints about the way that our ecosystem is functioning right now. Rather not take any damage myself, although it's, now that I think about it, as long as we kill this guy, it really doesn't matter. I'll just tell you straight up, I think, like, we need a damage spell. I think that's the crux of our whole thing here. Oh, I meant to throw. I thought that's where the throw button was. Forehead. We need a damage spell to get us out of this jam right now. Lean forward. When you lean forward, you know he means business. Prepared or upgraded. We actually, this is gonna sound silly now. I think we need a prepared slot in order to make Ice Shard actually work. And I don't know, vice grip, return the difference between 2 dice. This is so bad. Actually feel like we might want 2 ice shards out there. Double freeze is going to help us out a lot. Okay, put this low. I think maybe we could actually make Mirror Cauldron work. We don't really do much with our 6s, but we also don't roll many 6s to begin with. But hey, check this out, okay? So you get Mirror Cauldron. And look at that. That was basically an ideal turn for us. We had to roll 2 6s to get to the point where it actually worked for us, but that's still pretty sick. So that was our highest roll. Could be an odd. Was indeed an odd. That was a 1. Cool. We will continue to freeze both dice. What this means is that we will have 1 blinded dice every turn and absolutely no damage taken. So we got a kind of a, it's a boa constrictor of a run. What do you think? Could this be a 4? It was not. As long as we can freeze 2 dice per turn. And again, having 1 frozen dice guarantees us at least 1 odd per turn. All we need to do is roll a natural odd, which we did. And, okay, we got a good thing going. Enemies that are strong against freeze are going to be an issue for us, but I'm confident that we can kind of go toe-to-toe. What we would love is a, it's interesting, but we'd love some more damage. Do 2 damage, get an odd dice. I think we want it. I actually want it on a prepared slot. I know we won't be able to use it for a while. 10% extra health is fine. I think. I shouldn't say anything with authority, but this guy is going to weaken the Christ out of us. Not so bad. Might as well get a 2 out here. There is basically a 0% chance we'll end up using it, but... Okay, so I did 2 to him. He will do 2 to me. And my equipment has become worse. Still fine. Go ahead. Why? Well, we got to start building an equipment advantage on this guy. Sadly, we don't do anything with our mana. It's a weird situation where actually a 2 6s would have been a better roll, but so what? Minimum 4. Get a new dice. I think we would rather just do this and hit you for 8s and then just throw a dice at you. You basically are just going to hit me for 2 per turn. Which is, I gotta tell you, that's an amount of damage that I can live with. And remain basically completely unconcerned with. So I will just hit you and hit you. And I will throw a dice at you. I'm going to save my limit break for an enemy that actually deserved it. I don't know, this might be the rare fight where we actually came out on the worst end of this because of the freeze, but it wouldn't be by much, let me put it that way. He's dead. Okay, so we're 8 down. That's not bad. This enemy doesn't get super hard counters, just a modest hard counter. Or I guess that would not be a hard counter by any stretch, but... let's take a little HP, because this guy does put poison on us. But he also aims for high rolls in order to get his counter as low as possible, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So he will inflict a little poison on us. 416. Gotta tell you, as silly as it is, I actually really like this as a setup turn. Now we have a really, really likely ability to create a substantial amount of freeze every single turn. I would like to hit him harder, but that's fine. And like, this is doing damage in the interim period as well, in case you forgot. So the only way he gets out of this is really by having 4 high rolls, which seems unlikely. I think we might have found our damage engine. Oh, it came back. It made it. Never fear. We basically guarantee that we are going to take damage on every single fight. But we're gonna take not enough to be concerned, is the way I think about it right now. We've guaranteed ourselves a minimum of 3 damage, 3 freeze per turn, but it's probably even better than that now that I think about it. I think we'll go with a... I mean, literally, the magnifying glass is just double dice with upside. I don't think we'll end up using either Daffodil or Vice Grip, but Vice Grip does nothing. Daffodil at least provides mana for us. Do 1 damage, reroll dice. If his... No, okay. Ignore it for now. I just want to think about the way that we got this, okay? Do we really want 2 ice shards? Yes, because it's very hard for us to roll a 6. It's much easier for us to roll a 5 so we can get to a bronze cauldron. So this guy is going to be a pain in the butt. That's science. Again, we basically can't take anything that requires a 6 because a 6 is borderline impossible for us to roll. 5 is easy. All we have to do is roll a 6. I would much rather have, like, an actual cauldron available. He's gonna freeze, like, all of my dice every time. I don't think... There's no reason, I believe, to create... Well, okay, hear me out. Maybe there is a reason to create a Daffodil. I think I'm gonna just start with raw damage here and see where the mood takes me. We would have frozen a 3 into a 1. It's debatable whether that would be better or worse, honestly, because all of our dice would have been frozen on this turn, which they were regardless now that I look at it, but... Okay, we wanted a 5, so a 5 is huge. I think you just yeet a 2 in here. 5 for Bronze Cauldron. Toss an even in there. Get an infliction going. We're not going to use it immediately. Well, actually, we are going to use it immediately. I think we've got him on the ropes now. It got rid of his 6 and turned it into a 1, which sucks, but it doesn't suck that bad. Our limit break really, it broke the limit for us there. It helped us out. It's gonna be a bit of a mess. Turning his 5 into a 1 though, very helpful. He did no damage to us. 2 freeze is enough. Surely we'll catch a 5 with that a lot of the time. There you go. Same situation here. He's going to do a lot of damage, unfortunately, but there is, we have enough money, I think, to get ourselves out of this, HP-wise, plus there's health waiting for us anyway. It's a very good limit break opportunity. Got him. That went better than expected, believe it or not. I think we're potentially on our way to I don't want to say smooth sailing, but potentially on our way to a certain modicum of success. That was really just the worst enemy for us to fight. So, head down to the next floor. Enemies always roll a 6. Actually seems fine, because we're going to be freezing so consistently. It doesn't strike me as being that bad. 113. As enemies get more dice, we do want to roll good stuff faster. Well, I gotta tell you, I love the fact that he rolled almost nothing good. So that was our highest roll. It's an even. Daffodil. It's terrible news. Absolutely horrible news. Yikes. Okay, well, he's got his... The thing is, the curse sucks. The 6 is only 1 damage for now. We can't really stall too hard against this guy, but... So we lose the 6, which is very fair. So this is an even. That's not 6. Spicy. This is a little spiced, to be honest. My man's gonna start to roll. We're gonna be in a bit more of a delicate situation than I had originally anticipated. That's a 1. This is also a 1. So I'm getting weird on this one. I feel like we might need Mirror Cauldron to break the stalemate. I'm also increasingly realizing the stalemate may not break. We might be killed. It might not break the way we want it to break, at least. So hear me out. This is a 6. Huge. That would have been a 3, so it's fine. That was a 1. It's another magnifying glass. We might as well toss it. We do get one more dice now. Anytime he only rolls 1 even, I think we're okay. This is where we really have to break this wide open. So we know we have just a staggering amount of 1s. Okay, so a 5 can go on top of Mirror Cauldron. You will then put it in an even. You will get some odds. That was 3. That was 1. Don't think we need a magnifying glass anymore, so it's quite the battle. We got the items out there that we want to have out there. Thank you. If this guy went for raw damage, we'd already be dead. Worth noting, we could easily be lethal. Okay, these are all odd. These are 1s. 3 damage. Man, I would love to kill this guy next turn. Don't roll too low evens, please. He could kill us. He probably will kill us. He chose to curse us instead, which is the greatest gift I've ever been given. Wow, those were 2 6s. So the important thing, I think, is put your low rolls in here, because you're waiting for curse to screw you. Bum bum, bum bum. You're still waiting for curse to screw you. I did this wrong, but yeah, these are 1s. I'm like stunned that maybe we can't get there. Yeah. Don't do me like this. We could have gotten so many inflictions out there and just... No evens. That's a little bit of wishful thinking, huh? We deserve to lose on that one. Though it pains me to admit it. One of the more deserved losses of my witch career. My only defense is really that the witch is a tough character. Feel like if you like the witch the most out of all the characters in the game, I could tell you a lot about your personality. Let me guess, your favorite Marvel movie is Thor Ragnarok. So I think I do like this as a start. Ruka. Bless me, Ruka. Okay. We want to lose the 3. We get a 1. Put a 4 in there. But what are we doing? We're just getting a bunch of mana. Oh my god! We accomplished nothing. Okay, this is important. Yes, you put a 1 in here. Then you put a 2 right there. Why do it like that? Because we don't get anything by using the flower pot. All we get is mana, which is fine, except it's also completely useless. So, legally speaking, he will not be able to do any more hits, so I don't mind not using our limit break to take him out. I'm stoked we could be done with the witch, except for episode 4 at the end of this video. That's a very exciting thing for me. Put this on a high roll. So now, if we get a 6, 5 also would have been fine. We can use mana to put up big shields. So we do... maybe we don't want to do it on this guy. I'm not sure yet. I think we do want a big roll. Give me a 1. Put a 5 in here. It doesn't do anything for us, I think. But hold on. We want a 6 here. We'll probably max 3. Yes. Sorry. That's my bad. Put this here. We got a 4. What have I done? I've screwed it up. Whatever. Having 2 shield is still fine. It doesn't do anything because my man only does poison damage. So I don't even care about mana. All we care about is getting more uses for infliction. Okay. I can feel my soul leaving my body on this run right now. We have 2 turns of life left in us. Basically, we have to kill him this turn. We don't have an infliction option, though. I'm begging you for a 2. I'm begging that you roll 1 even. Or less would have been fine, but 1 even is okay. Dunk, 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 dunk. Okay, I don't know, man. This run at the present moment is absolutely horrendous. Straight up, we need damage. Although, it doesn't spend mana on Cold Snap to inflict freeze. You just get to keep doing it. But probably, I think we want Sunbeam for just some raw damage potential. Put that on a 3. I don't mind a 6 catching on fire. I don't know, man. Do we really want a flower pot out here? It does give us a chance to get some mana back, but... That's a mimic, brother. You walked right into it. 3, 5, 6. Okay. Roll a natural 4, please. Does not exist. Sunbeam requires an even. Go ahead, hit me for 2. See if I care. We weren't getting mana anyway, so spare me. What do you want me to do with 3s and 5s, brother? There's nothing. That's our turn. Great turn with the limit break. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. This is, it's taking a little longer to get to a level of potential success, I think. Love to see it. Oh, this shocks me. 1, 5, 6. Well, I'll tell you, I'm gonna crystal ball again. It's all you can roll. These are the only values you can roll, just for the record. In case you were curious about what you can roll, the 5s and 3s, pretty much all she wrote. Go ahead. Why don't you just hit me for 8 and make me want to leave this mortal coil? Okay. The good news is you're dead. The bad news is I might be dead as well. What do we need here? Place 2 copies of the next spell you cast. I can't be alone here in thinking that none of these are great. Catastrophe's kind of interesting, but I also sort of believe that it's a little... Its effects are overstated. Okay, so we really need something like that happening. And then you really want to... Honestly, getting an infliction is fine, but I think we'll just create another sunbeam just for maximized death here. This is just a incredibly loud sound. Okay. Yes, give me some mana, please. You might as well turn this 1 into an even. Thank you. We've made it. Against all odds. Looks like we've made it. Guess how long we've come now, baby. Might have been a long way. I don't know all the words to the Shania Twain song. I want to see what Sunbeam does. Probably should have peeped the equipment. I want to see what Sunbeam does on an upgraded slot. I want to see what Flower Pot does on an upgraded spot. I assumed, yes, if it was an even, you gain mana. That's real sweet. Just beautiful performances all around. Either way, at least we got some mana. At least you're gonna take 2 damage every time you hit the Christ out of me. There's some beauty in that, I suppose. On even. Gain mana. Do we want to gain mana? Oh, yes. Yes, indeedly. It's yet another even. Who would have expected? Sunbeam. Hit him with the double damage for certain. Sunbeam. Hit him with the double damage for certain. Ooh, you hate to see that. That's like the second best possible roll. 6-5 would be worse, but you already know that because that's what he got last time, I think. Dude, I'll tell you. 5 damage on any die is a pretty good upgraded spell slot for us. I'm living life in the fast lane, knowing that that's out there. Really is doing its best for us. +1 dice this fight. We could use as many dice as possible. I basically have no confidence in this run right now. I guess I would rather fight the Handyman, because if he's gonna kill us, he'll kill us quickly. I know that might sound defeatist, but the other enemy we could have fought is also really bad. Honestly, I'm willing to do this for 1 dice. Everything else just gets yeeted. But the other enemy was poisonous, so we would have faced problems from a poison standpoint. All right, well, we have to kill you this turn. I would go ahead and suggest the odds of that are fairly low. Check it out, though. There's 10 damage. I was hoping maybe between 3 dice you rolled under 1. We'll be back to try again. This one never got off the ground. Our first one did have a shot, it felt like, though. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.